So what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Flex Luthor. So Christmas time is upon us once again, which means we're caught up in the hurricane of religion and mass consumerism. Yay! This time of year also means that it's Mariah Carey season. It's the time of year when we must relinquish control of our playlist to Mariah Carey and give on to Mariah what is Mariah's. But it feels different this year, don't it? It feels like we've relinquished even more control of our Christmas playlist to her this year than in years past. For example, in the UK, Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You has for the first time reached #1 on their music charts after 26 years. But why now? So in this video, we're going to be talking about how the current success of All I Want for Christmas Is You, in 2020, is fueled by despair and loneliness. So before we jump into this, do me a solid and go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Released on October 28, 1994, All I Want for Christmas Is You has been hailed as the best-selling Christmas single of all time. The Queen of Christmas will always get her coins every year. This single has earned over $60 million in royalties alone by the year 2017. Listen, All I Want for Christmas Is You is an American classic. Something just doesn't hit right if left off your holiday playlist. If its release is something you have trouble remembering or weren't around to appreciate, let me just tell you, this song was huge. Truthfully, this song is still popping. Like I said earlier, it has just reached #1 on the UK charts. And this song was officially the first #1 song in the United States for the 2020s. As of the writing of this video, this 26-year-old song is #2 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. I mean, in the last 12 months alone, this song has been streamed on YouTube 300 million times. Thanks to this song, Mariah Carey has become the first artist in music history to top the chart in 4 separate decades with just one song. Okay, so you might be asking, all right, that's cool, but how is the current success of All I Want for Christmas Is You fueled by despair and loneliness, Flex? Well, I guess the better statement is the current success of All I Want for Christmas Is You is fueled by a shared desire to get rid of feelings of desperation and loneliness. But the former just sounds better. But the question is still how. And before I can answer that, I think it's important to establish why I think this song is about alleviating the feeling of loneliness. Beneath the festive music, the upbeat tempo, the catchy melody, and the jingle of bells we hear in the background, there's basically a song about a woman who's lonely. She's making a Christmas wish to have that feeling of loneliness abated. That's it. The song wastes no time diving into that in the intro. The intro to the song goes, "I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you." A very simple intro. But of course, she does her signature runs and puts that special Mariah sauce on it like only she can do. But one of the most interesting things I find about music is how it relates to the artists themselves and what they might have been going through at the time of the song's creation, especially if the song is written by the one who's performing it. The line, "I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree," can easily be taken as some rebuke of the intense consumerism that dominates the holidays. And that's a fair point, but when I hear it, what I'm hearing is not a rebuke of capitalism. Instead, what I'm hearing is a woman in a situation so untenable that she can't even spend the mental energy to desire the usual material things most folks do for the holidays. All she wants for Christmas is you. Yeah, you. You is such a cleverly ambiguous term used in songwriting because it makes the song that much more singable and relatable. In this context, I'm sure we're tempted to look at the you as just a romantic partner. But to me, the you can be literally whoever or whatever will dissipate the feeling of desperation and loneliness. Mariah is careful not to be too descriptive at all about who the you is in the song. No personality quirks, no gender information, and no concrete evidence we're even talking about a human being. Peep the line, "I just want you for my own, more than you can ever know." See, what I hear is, man, my situation is so bad, you wouldn't even understand the depths of it if I told you. Now, at this part, you might be thinking I'm super reaching. Yeah, I kind of can hear those thoughts swirling in your head. But when you consider what Mariah was actually going through in real life at the time of this song's creation, it seems a lot less reachy, I bet. So Mariah Carey released a memoir titled The Meaning of Mariah Carey a couple of months ago, detailing what she was going through during this time. Now, she was actually married to Tommy Mottola, her manager, and a big-time exec at Sony Music or whatever the case may be. She describes this as one of the loneliest times in her life. Tommy had her confined to living in a mansion in upstate New York, isolated from everyone she's known. There were video cameras keeping an eye on her, armed guards on premises who wouldn't let her leave the mansion by herself. In her memoir, she says, "I created the fun and free girl in my videos so that I could watch a version of myself be alive, live vicariously through her, the girl I pretended to be, the girl I wish was me." To me, that type of energy is very noticeable in the simple yet potent lyrics. And it's that feeling of loneliness and despair that we're all so familiar with, especially these days. There's an interesting article from Time magazine that came out back in May titled "COVID-19 is making America's loneliness epidemic even worse." The article basically describes how surveys and studies have shown that Americans have been feeling increasingly lonelier and lonelier for like the last decade, but the coronavirus is making it even worse. Look at the amount of millennials and Generation Z folks who reported feeling lonely in 2019. The article briefly talks about the physical and health consequences of extended periods of loneliness. They likened it to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Really? 15 cigarettes a day? All right, for real, that sounds like a little bit of cap to me, but screw it. Let's roll with it. Other health problems linked to loneliness are depression, dementia, and heart problems. It certainly seems like Mariah has a very, very good reason to wish so fervently for her despair and loneliness to come to an end. And on some level, we feel connected to that same wish. That's why this time of year, that song owns our playlist. And in 2020, the song seems more popular than it has ever been. Maybe the idea of defeating despair and loneliness is the actual meaning of Christmas. All right, fine. Maybe that was lame. But go back and listen to the song and tell me if you hear what I'm hearing. The song doesn't really give us answers on how to defeat loneliness and despair. I doubt making a wish is gonna work. Maybe it starts with reaching out to those we care about and letting them know we're here and that we care. Man, I don't know. I'm not the one with any answers. But even though this song was birthed in one of the darkest periods of Mariah's life, it seems as if the darker the times get for everybody, the more bright this song makes the holidays. Anyway, Merry Christmas, y'all, or Happy Holidays, or Merry, Happy, whatever your celebration is. Just don't come for me. So I want to hear what you think. Am I still reaching to you? How do you view this song? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, till next time, peace.